Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today we're bringing you guys a video talking about mercenaries. There's a lot of interesting things to talk about. I'm recording this video right after my all-day mercenary stream. I played mercenaries on stream for like 16 hours straight or something. Yeah, about that. And then I ended up doing more mercenaries even after the fact, because yeah, I thought I'd just keep playing after the stream, after I did the doggos and all that. And I want to give you guys my take on mercenaries. I know a lot of you guys haven't tried it yet. I know a lot of you guys saw a lot of people talking negatively about it, and I want to give you guys my take. So, all in all, I think mercenaries is pretty good. I think that Blizzard did a pretty good job in analyzing a game mode that would work pretty well, at least, roughly, let's say. But there are a lot of issues with the game mode, and all in all, after one full day of playing it, I can't really decide if I want to commit too much to it, and I will explain. So first off, I quite enjoy the PvE aspect of it, despite a lot of lacking areas, and we'll talk about the issues in the second part of this video. I like it, but I do know that it doesn't really last, because once you have all your guys leveled, all little skill points, it's all about PvP. And right now, PvP isn't all that. So yeah, we'll get into that in a moment. So I don't really know how good the long-term portion of the game will be, but so far I'm having fun. The PvE aspect is generally about finding stages that you can farm with your like power squad of like 3 mercs, while you power level the other mercs on your bench that you're not using, all while farming shards and stuff, because each one has, you know, separate shards and stuff. I'll show you that in a second. Anyway, so it's kind of like an RPG. And I think it was interesting that they actually did a crossover in this game mode from another IP. They had Diablo in this game mode. And it kind of made sense after playing it, because it does seem like there is an approach to mercenaries as there is in playing a game like Diablo, like PoE, because you find something that you can do to farm wealth, currency, progress, whatever, and you learn to do it as fast and as efficiently as possible. And you do it again and again and again and again and again until you get, you know, juiced up character, or in this case, fully skilled up mercenary. And I like that. Yes, it is repetitive and stuff, but sometimes repetitive can be pretty fun. And I think this is one of those cases where it is pretty fun. But I can't really judge the game mode by that, because at the end of the day, it's literally just grinding, and I'm a bit of a grinder myself. And if I was to commit to playing a game mode like this, that would have next to zero input in my enjoyment in the game mode. It's all about PvP. But right now we can't really do it. We can't really do it because Blizzard made some, statement or something in their patch notes that they have the most advanced matchmaking system ever, ever, ever to exist, ever. Wow, it's so good. Well, maybe, but I don't think I played a whole lot of players today. I played a few PvP matches, and it was pretty clear that I was up against bots. They did say that, you know, they have AI bots to match your skill if they can't find an opponent in a timely fashion for you. And I'm okay with the concept of that, but I have to say that these bots did not play well. They had next to zero synergy, and even with the tools they were given, they made very poor choices in both targeting and skill usage. So, right? I don't know. Now, these are the main issues with mercenaries. The first one, I want to go back a little bit to Diablo. The game mode is like a little underbaked, okay, and maybe more than just a little. They marketed the game mode a little bit to like players of other Blizzard games, especially Diablo players. Again, rightfully so, with how the game mode kind of ended up. There's all these ads about play Diablo. Oh my god, Diablo is so good. Here, I got you guys in game. Check this out. This is Diablo. This is his notable skill, Apocalypse. It has a spelling error. Choose an enemy to take critical damage from all rolls. I don't even know why rolls is capitalized. this turn. Deal 11 damage to them. That's the Lord of Terror. Also, these diamond skins, they're constantly talking and making your runs last way longer than they should. Having a diamond skin is actually a massive disadvantage. I also told a lot of people that Diablo would be a really good mercenary, probably the best green mercenary in the game, and he was up until he was nerfed the day before release. Now, I have to give Blizzard some credit here because we weren't supposed to know the power level of these cards. That information was largely data mined from patch files by certain websites out there. But at the same time, you know what? People who pre-ordered $140 worth of content probably should know what they're actually going to be getting, right? So it really feels like all this stuff is a bit last minute. It really feels like it needs another once over, okay? So I was talking about like instances and stuff. One thing I've been doing, I'm running like Holy Comp. There's not a lot of perfect balancing and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of interesting how they have it set up. Every instance has like a guaranteed drop pool, and you also get totally random ones, and you also get coins of the cards that you're currently using. So you have an incentive to keep pushing with the cards that you have. Each stage has like a different little set here, and this is where like the RPG thing comes in, and you try to min-max the efficiency of how fast can you run it based on your comp, how many times you run into issues. You're farming quests in order to get items, but whoopsie. Here we go. You see these items here? Fine, let's just click on a normal hero. Complete task level 7. So when you get a quest for a hero through those mystery things or through a daily, they come in sequence. So you do the first one, then you do the second one, and I'm guessing there is a last one, but I don't know. Maybe it's the 7th, last one. I don't know. I haven't gotten there because task 5 for all heroes is currently bugged. It cannot be completed. So, I mean, in a vacuum, that's like, whatever. But a lot of people bought these packs just to kind of get really into the game mode, get all these heroes, and get a bit of a head start, basically. And the main thing right now for a lot of the strong heroes in the game is getting this item. So a lot of people kind of paid for like the speed boost, but they can't actually complete the characters that they've been like theory crafting and planning and hoping to actually, get done when the game mode comes out. Nope. So that's a bit of a problem. Now, one of the biggest problems for me is, in addition to these normal modes, you have heroic modes. Please remember to bring protective footwear when traveling. Felwood heroic. Pog. Oh my god, these must be really hard, right? Yep. Oh my god, you must get really good rewards for doing these really hard versions of the game mode, right? Absolutely not. Nope. I actually was pretty surprised about this. So these encounters are actually designed really well. I've done some of the hardest heroics, and they're really hard, but they're barely doable. There's certain RNG in building up certain skills and passives in your comp, and usually the better skills and passives, you get them by doing the elite encounters, which are really hard. So the difficulty curve with the risk reward with being able to do harder content can make it easier, so you kind of dynamically run through an instance instead of just crushing it. It's actually really well done. They've done a fantastic job in balancing heroics and making it a smooth, yet difficult, yet achievable PvE experience. They even have, beat every single heroic in one of these areas. These are hard to do, by the way. You know what you get? You get 10 achievement points. You might think, Kripp, that's just the achievement system. Who cares? You're just being pathetic right now. Who cares? Well, you ain't getting anything else from them. From all the heroics I've done, I think the loot is exactly the same. It just takes way longer. You constantly fail because they're actually hard. The only thing you get is slightly more experience. But the main three things that right now, most players are going for, including myself, we're going for obtaining the quest of those mystery things. So the more total runs that you do, the more of those you get. So heroics is really bad to do those because you can't complete the whole thing constantly and quickly. You can't do that. So it's really bad for quests. It's really bad for shards because it's the same shards as the normal version, except it takes way longer. So it's really bad for like shard farming over time to like get heroes and unlock their abilities. And for experience, it might be a little bit better if you have a really strong team. And I think I have a really strong team, so if I only really, really wanted experience, I guess it would be better than the normal modes. But the truth is that doing PvP seems to be better experience than both of those options. So, like, man, why do they spend so much time getting these heroics bang on? Why even have heroics when there's zero reason to do them, right? So this is kind of the experience that I got. I think the game mode is overall really cool. I think it's a good idea. I like the many aspects of the game. I like the grindiness of it. Yes, it is pretty pay to win on like day one and stuff, but a few weeks into the game mode, people are gonna just be, target farming. Like, so I've been basing my comp around Anduin, and I keep doing a stage that drops Anduin shards. And yes, getting Anduin to begin with from packs can take a lot of packs. You might just not get them from packs. But the stage that I've farmed, I think I've farmed like well over 1,000 Anduin tokens, right? People can just do that. So a free-to-play player can have a maxed up Anduin. Now, right now, because it's day one, and even though my tier list, the Hearth Arena tier list, has been pretty bang on, yes, it doesn't call the entire meta. We don't know what's going to be really good in PvP. We don't know all of that. Right now, I can't even play players in PvP, as it turns out. So, I don't know. But I think that's something that's going to be figured out in the next few days, and players who don't buy too many packs, or any packs whatsoever, can start to target farm the mercs that are actually very impactful in any given meta. And I think that will equalize over some time. Maybe it's days, maybe it's a few weeks. I don't know exactly. But yes, okay. On day one, the game mode is like pay to win or whatever, but it's nothing of the likes of any like crazy pay to win mobile game you've ever heard of. So that part is what it is. But a lot of the other issues to me really tells me that the game, it's just not quite finished. It's like glaring bugs, and the heroic thing really triggers me because it's one thing to it's like, heroic, whatever. If you just want to waste time, just whatever. No, but the heroics are well done. Like, they spend so much time, I feel, or at least they did a really good job with whatever time they put in designing the heroics. But how can you fall short and not give us a reason to do them? That's pretty important. So I feel like it's one of those things where Blizzard is in a spot where they can maybe address these issues in a timely manner, maybe days. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. I think a lot of people would appreciate it. I've seen a lot of people have like buyer's remorse for this pre-order because they're facing a lot of these issues. Maybe they wouldn't feel that way if these issues were fixed. So I've seen Blizzard, kind of tackle these situations in a matter of days in the past, and I've seen them like tack them on the next major update, which is maybe like 3.5 weeks away or whatever. I feel like the ball's kind of in Blizzard's court on this one, because if we get some reasonably timed fixes to some of these issues, I think it's going to perhaps change the way people look at the game mode. But if we get fixes like a month from now, I do not think that will be good for the long-term health of Mercenaries. So that's where I'm at. Hope you guys enjoy watching and enjoy my opinions. I will post a little bit more Mercenaries content as it comes up. Overall, it's difficult to get like an exciting thing that happens within like a 20-minute time span within Mercenaries, but I'll give you guys the goods as they come in with a few Battlegrounds videos in between. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.